Peaches, I'm Eleanor and welcome to Peaches by Starlight Tarot. This is your weekly pick a card reading and it is for the last week of May. In the last videos I had said I was only going to do monthlies from here on out, and I'm fickle and I've changed my mind, and there will still be a weekly video. It's just what I am changing is it will no longer be a pick a card, because what I'm finding is that all three stacks are kind of different ways of saying the same message, and I can maybe talk a little bit more and explain it a little better if I pull some more cards and just have one more in-depth reading instead of the pick a card. So it will still be 5 readings a month, one for the month and then one for each week for your sign. So that is all I'm changing. Like, share, and subscribe if you'd like to keep up and be notified of those every week. This is a general reading for the collective, so if it isn't really applying to your personal situation and you're going through something different and want a more in-depth advice or look into what's going on with you, I offer personal readings, and the link to my Etsy page where you can find those is below. Let's see, I think that's all. So let's get started. All right, Virgo. So your energy this month has been the Four of Wands, which is like, excuse me, like a pause in the action to celebrate, to look at the past, to see the future moving forward. Celebrate your wins, connect with the people that helped you. It's just a moment in time. It's a pause where we kind of look back and give ourselves a pat on the back. It's where you enjoy the fruits of your labor. It's where you enjoy the success of a group effort. It's a lot of things. It's leveling up. It's stability and creating a foundation. And so this week, your energy is the 6th chakra, the third eye. And so this is going to be talking about successfully navigating the unknown intuitively and trusting the bigger picture, trusting the stability, trusting the security, and unblocking that third eye. So I'm using the Sacred Traveler and Raven's Prophecy Tarot. I have stack 1 and 2, 3. They're timestamped below, so you can skip to the one or more than one that you feel has a message for you. Stack 1, you have the 4 of Cups, the Empress, uncovering treasure. Beneath the surface lies great bounty. Hopefully that means you found some paper towels at the store. Anyways. The gift in this uncovering treasure is that something ordinary in your life is going to turn out to be extraordinary. And with this 4 cups, it is something that you've been overlooking, something that's been right over your nose. It looks just like everything else, and it doesn't stand out as special on a daily basis. So it's like probably something you've seen so many times that you stop seeing it, you know what I mean? So there's no pentacles here, so it's not exactly an object. It's not going to be, don't turn the reading off and then go looking around your house trying to find that ordinary thing that's extraordinary. It is a resource. It is something tied to the abundance that you're creating and birthing with this Empress energy. It is, to find it though, you are going to have to use your intuition and higher wisdom and higher knowing, and that it'll almost light it up like a black light by trusting your gut and your intuition less so than your senses. It's like it darkens the light of what your eyes see, and then it lights up, your intuition lights it up. And so to the naked eye, it's useless, but your intuition knows that it's this resource that is the key to unlocking this creative Empress energy. Stack 2. We have the Emperor, 5 of Cups, unknown territory. You are exactly where you need to be. So unknown territory is exactly like what we were just talking about here. You'll have to navigate without your usual senses. It's foggy, and you'll have to use the sight of your third eye to navigate and to pierce through. Like, If that sounds abstract and useless, we do have the Emperor and the Five of Cups here giving a kind of tutorial maybe on how to set your mind so that you can access this energy. So think about yourself as the Emperor. Think of your life from the lens of the Emperor, shall we say. Looking at your wins. Taking your eyes off of the losses and looking at your wins. Does that make sense? Like, look back at your successes, the times that you came out on top, the times that you were the winner, the times that you were successful and made it through a tough time, overcame challenges. And this Four of Wands is talking about celebrate them. Give yourself on the pat on the back. Revel in them. Sit back and look at what you've created and look at what you've done and acknowledge yourself for that. It's like, I feel a little bit, it's like this Five of Cups feels like Thor at the banquets celebrating all of his achievements, and he's just kind of moping because all he can think about is that Jane isn't there. And so celebrate, lighten up, take a pause, and enjoy your accomplishments. And this fog is going to clear before you know it. I feel like it's a little bit like a distraction, like when they're going to give a kid a shot and they engage him in some kind of conversation about his favorite thing, and the next thing I know, it's over. So it's like taking a back seat, enjoying what you've done, and your intuition will guide you through. It's like it takes your mind out of the game. It distracts you. So you aren't trying to figure it out, which will only get you lost. It's your intuition knows the way, and so you have to get out of the way. I hope that makes some sense. Stack 3, whoops. The Wheel of Fortune. Queen of Swords. Distant Thunder. Clear the air. So I want to tell you something I just heard in Star Trek Discovery, where Sarek says, I can hear the missing notes. I can hear what you're not telling me. Because Queen of Swords is very Vulcan, very logical, succinct, efficient in her communications. Here's what's said as well as what's not said. Like that meme, there are two kinds of people, those that can extrapolate from incomplete data. And it doesn't have the second part because duh. Anyways, things do appear to be shifting in your favor for sure here. But it may not look like it because the shift does involve, so like a wheel turning, right? Something, if moves, I'm trying to think of a good example. Where something is in sight and it turns out of sight, but something moves in. So like if you are looking at a wheel, like what's something that displays like a number and the number is on a wheel behind the display and only the little window is, you see the number that it's supposed to show you at that time. I don't know if it's like a scale or a clock. I can't think of what it is, but it's something that something moves out of the way and the new thing comes in. I don't know why that was so super concrete and specific, but it's not going to look like things moving in your favor at first, because at first something has to move. This wheel turns and something is moving away and shifting out. And so at first it feels like something might be being taken away, but at the same time something is being brought in on its tail. And so you'll be combining your logical discernment with this third eye wisdom to be able to see through to the other side and to ride out this storm, because you can focus on what's coming in and not so much what's moving out, because what's moving out has to, in order to make room for the new thing. They can't both exist in the same space, and you want this new thing. It's something that you've been waiting for. And if you are too intent and try to block it from coming in because you're trying to hold on to the old thing. It's like holding the wheel, like steering a ship and trying to hold it in place because you don't want this thing to move out. the thing you want isn't moving in. Okay? That's what I have for you. I'll talk to you very soon with your June monthly.